Okay, we're going to take and put Frankenstein here on a t-shirt. Please note you have to have a black and white photo. You can black and white it actually in Photoshop, but I found this picture and it's open source because it's made from a movie that the actors are all dead. So I'm going to copy this image. File new. Okay. Then edit paste. So if you're unsure on how to produce a black and white image, you just go image adjustments black and white. And then you can filter out all the other colors. Let's make a duplicate of this. This is a pretty lengthy process, so pay attention. First off, I'm going to take an eraser and turn that eraser into something that has more of a angled, jittered edge. Okay, that's under Shape Dynamics, Angle Jitter. So that's the eraser, and I'm going to choose this for the eraser. With Angle Jitter on, it should look like this. This bottom one I'm going to lock out. Okay, especially for the new student, that's a smart thing to do. I'm going to turn it off and zoom in. This is a spot that takes a little bit of time. Please take your time with this. It's very important that you do so. My new mission is to delete up until about right here. See how I'm leaving an edge or leaving some darkness between me and the object and the guy right here. In other words, if I went to erase around this area, I'd want to erase so I'd have some kind of natural gray edge around things. Just like that. And if you're an artist that understands line width, I would say it's very important to get that line width going on, or that line weight. If you're a person that can't draw, don't just try to do your best around the outside edge. What's nice about this workflow is this presents you, the person that can't draw for Hill of Beans, the ability to make t-shirts. So that's good. It's a good thing. Because I got lots of students that can't draw. But that's okay. That's what Photoshop is for. As you can see here, I'm leaving this outside edge around all this hair. And since this brush is kind of got a jagged edge, it really does a nice job of not keeping such a coloring book outside edge of things. I'm using a spacebar to zoom around like that. I'll just cut back a little bit more here. My goal is to go around a couple times, and by the time I get all the way around again, I should be able to use a really big brush, or a really big eraser, sorry, lest I be confused. Okay, now I'm just going to zoom out and you can see what I'm talking about. Now I could use this big, huge eraser to erase all this stuff back. Good. Now I'm also going to erase some of this stuff down here. I don't want this so perfect that it has an outside edge. I want it kind of broken up so it fades onto the t-shirt a little bit. Just like that. Okay, I think I have some more stuff up above. Okay, now that I have that done, I'm going to make a duplicate of that. Drag it down to the duplication button. And image adjustments invert. Turn this into a color dodge. And then go filter, blur, Gaussian blur. About right there is where I want it blurred. I just want enough so all the details show through and the outside edge shows up. Anything more, you're going to get too blown out. Right about there maybe. Okay, I'm going to make a new layer on top of here. This is going to be an adjustment layer. This one, adjustment layer, is going to be a threshold. I'm going to go like this until I get some of the major details put back and the outside edge showing up. About right there. I lost some of my edge, but I'll show you how to recoup it. Again, that must float on top. Now, take a look at my layer structure. I have the original black and white, the black and white with the photo or the background taken out, the blurred layer. What I want to do is put my cursor over the top of this one and click and make an adjustment layer between these two. This adjustment layer is called levels. Levels will allow me to get this edge back. There we go. So, as you learn how to do this process, you're going to find that you have a great deal of adjustment here. I can adjust it either via levels or via the top one. And I can do this after the fact. These two are my adjustment layers. Let's make one more layer. This layer is to kind of recoup detail. And what I like to do is drag this locked out layer up above all layers except for the top one and turn it back on. What I can do now is go to the very top layer and take a brush. And I'm going to use that same kind of philosophy. I'm going to take this raggedy old brush and I'm going to turn angle jitter on. And I'm just going to kind of recoup some of these details, like this in the mouth, this area in the nose, in the eyebrow region. Anytime I see a crease that is occurring on the skin that is too light to represent anything, be very impressionistic about this. Don't make them solid lines. If you're getting yourself into too many lines, take your eraser and start cutting back these lines. Okay, if you turn this layer off, you'll see what I'm doing. I'm just putting detail in where detail didn't exist before. Again, you have to kind of match the threshold look. So, I highly suggest you get that eraser going. Don't make these cartoon lines. Just every once in a while, touch it. There, I got these details now. If you want to go the other way with detail, you can use white. Let's take this for example. X on the keyboard. Here are areas that are so dark that they're having a hard time showing up. Whoa. So if I put some white in that area, I can now get some of that detail back. I would be very careful with that process though. Like that right there. I don't think any details needed there. Just that much right there. All right. Okay. Well, essentially this is what you need for a white t-shirt. Okay? So we're going to make this as a copy. We're going to go edit, copy merge, edit, paste. And we're going to name this layer white shirt. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do the black t-shirt version of this.